Hello, I recently took a trip to England, and it was the first time since coronavirus, and it was a very good time. I enjoyed myself, but it made me think about, is it right to travel, especially long distance globally, going from Japan to England? Is it right? That may seem like a strange question, but it got me thinking about travel. And hello, Rocco. The thing is, well, there's pros and cons. Pros are good points, cons are bad points. Okay, Rocco's jumping around. Please ignore her. She doesn't want to talk about this. Let's see the pros. I thought of some things. Maybe you can think of some better ideas. But what are the advantages of traveling globally? And well, here's the first big one. It says healthy to see family and friends. Here is my family and friends. There's me. That's my sister and their two children, 5 and 3, and my father and my stepmother. So yeah, they were all smiling, taking a selfie. I took that picture myself, wearing the same, almost same clothes, same fleece. So of course, it's healthy to see family and friends, especially after almost 4 years since I'd been back to England. About 3 years, I guess. So yes, of course, I don't really need to explain why you need to see friends and family. Everybody knows, right? Also, seeing the world in a new perspective. Um, just you get used to doing things the way you get used to doing it. The routine that you are in becomes the normal way of everything. And so it's nice sometimes to go to the other side of the world where they do things differently. And it's a nice change in perspective. What people get worried about in Japan, they don't get worried about in England. And things they worry about in England, they're not worried about in Japan. These are important things to see. A little thing, when the airplane was taking off or taxiing just before taking off from Haneda Airport, the JAL employees on the runway bowed to the airplane and waved, which I guess it was kind of good public relations. It was kind of cute. You never see that in England. Nobody bows at the airplane and waves to people. It just didn't culturally different. When you get to England, and it's hard to tell who is in control and who's not. Everybody's wearing scruffy clothes like this. Even the customs officials looked like they were on holiday too. So change in perspective is interesting. Also, you cannot experience a place without being there, tasting the food, smelling the air, feeling what it is like. Your senses, your 5 senses: taste, touch, feel, smell. What else? Listening. Excuse me, this cat. Oh, let me do this lesson, okay? You go down here. There's a heater down there. You get nice and warm, okay? Meow, meow, meow. Yeah, you need the sensation of being there. You've got to taste the food. You've got to, you know, get your 5 senses going. Right? So that's why travel is so important. Okay, well, what are the cons? Adding to global warming and spreading diseases. Really? Well, yeah, I almost don't have to mention spreading diseases. Coronavirus spread around the world because of travel. In Japan, it was the cruise ship that came, wasn't it? That spread the disease. And then, everywhere, it spread to everywhere. Adding to global warming, people don't talk about that much in Japan, but it's a big topic in England. There's a campaign called Stop the Oil, I think, where many people are campaigning against burning oil. Well, if you look at that picture there, you can't really tell. It looks like a road or something. It's not, it's just ice. I took that 10 kilometers above Greenland. So the airplane was flying over Greenland to get to Europe, directly over the North Pole. This can't be good. Spilling out gasoline and jet fuel, flying over the North Pole high in the atmosphere. This must be very, very bad for global warming. So we really shouldn't do that, no matter how nice it is to see family, right? Next point, is it really necessary to travel when we have instant internet communications? I can talk instantly using Zoom or something else with my family around the world. Why do I have to travel? It's nice, but is it really necessary? Less and less necessary, right? Finally, why the need to travel when you can read to feed your imagination? You know, you don't have to be in England to experience English things by reading books about England or reading books about some place that you're going to, and use your imagination. You don't have to be there to get the feeling, right? So it's less and less important to actually be there. And it's important because we're destroying the world by flying all over the world. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, right. I've got three questions. Number one, what are your pros and cons for global travel? What do you think are the good points and bad points of global travel? Maybe I've missed a few. Number two, is it right or wrong to travel long distances? I should say long, not long. Long. Why? Is it right or wrong? So what's the morality of travel? Finally, number three, where would you most like to go and least like to go? Why? Is there any place you really want to see in the world? Are there places that you want to avoid? Let me know. Okay. Have a think about those three questions and we'll chat about it when I see you next. Let me stop this recording. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, see you soon.